1996, Twister took the world by storm, and now there's a sequel, and they're plural.
Guys, whatever's in there, it's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go, go, go!
Ooh, the first movie was a cult classic, we know that, and is. So will this sequel blow you away? Let's find out. Rad's here. Rad, this is not Twister, this is the sequel, it is Twisters, which I think is hilarious.
We are the Twister sisters, by the way. Let's just acknowledge that right now.
Yeah, we are. Okay, so I still remember, that classic cow flying shot from Twister. Those were the, the early Hollywood CGI. Should we look at it?
Yes.
Okay, let's remind everybody. Here's the throwback.
It's at 2 o'clock. It's heading this way.
This storm's gonna be a lot bigger than we anticipated.
I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
We got cow! Rad, any flying cows and Twisters?
No flying cows, but more importantly, no one who responds to a flying cow like that. That "we got cows," the way she sells that line is what made this movie so hilarious. And that was part of what I loved about the original Twister was the way the cast played off the silliness, right? The way the chaotic, ragged energy that the cast brought to it. It was so fun. It was so, like anything that Yann de Bont, the original director, threw at them, they would just kind of play with it and go wild with it. And you're kind of missing that in this new one.
And this is the new one that we're looking at.
This is the new one,
Okay, so what'd you think of it?
I mean, the thing is, this new one, look, it's actually really impressively made for as far as sequels go. This is the director of Minari. Ooh, we're just jumping right ahead of things.
Hey. We're gonna get to that in a second.
We'll get to that. It's the director of Minari who is, Minari, remember being an Oscar-nominated drama, like a really small indie.
I'm going to stop here because now that we're focused on that, so we'll come back to so you were saying if you liked those movies that we were just looking at, Indiana Jones, and what was the other one?
This new Twisters, it's like if you liked Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, and Star Wars, the last Star Wars movies, basically it's those movies' relationship to their originals. This one's relationship to the old Twisters is a lot like that.
So Twisters, okay, so they're not as playful with the content. Is that what it is?
So basically, the director of Minari, I think he tries to he tries to wrangle the thrills of the original into the new one, in the sense that he kind of imitates them and kind of gives his own twist to it. But he's also trying to make it a more compelling drama, right? Like he's like, you do have better acting in this, or more serious acting. Not because the other one, you had Bill Paxton, Helen Hunt, Philip Seymour Hoffman. These are great actors. But these are great actors who are just having fun with it. Whereas this one was trying to be a little more serious with the drama, and a little more soulful and stuff, which I appreciate the attempt, but it's Twisters. It is Twisters.
It's so funny when I don't know why I find it so funny that they pluralize the Twisters. it's anytime you say it, I'm like, it's Twisters. Anyway, it's so funny. Okay, so would you recommend it?
I was actually with some of our audience members who were people who watch our show were at the screening, and they were like, we loved it, Rad, and they were so taken aback by
your response.
And I'm like, look, so absolutely, give it a shot.
Yeah.
I personally prefer 96 Twister.
Okay, I will definitely give it a shot. This is so my genre. Okay, so let's talk about a few movies that are being released online. What is Young Woman in the Sea about?
So Young Woman in the Sea, it's actually this true story of Trudy Ederle. This is the first woman to swim the English Channel. And so this is the story of her as a child overcoming measles, and then throughout her life overcoming all the rampant misogyny of the world, and finally proving to people look, a woman can be athletic, a woman can swim across the sea. And look, this movie is told in all the corniest, crowd-pleasingest, most, under all the expected cliches you can get from an underdog story, you're gonna get that here.
Right.
And so typically I'd be like, oh, come on, guys. But, you got Daisy Ridley in there. Daisy Ridley, speaking of Star Wars, the star of the new Star Wars movies, she is such a cheery, pleasant presence that, I just can't hate.
Let me translate. So if you want to feel good movie, this is a good one for that. Who's this movie for?
So many words, yeah. Look, feel good movies, McFarland USA, or On the Basis of Sex. Feel gooders.
Feel gooders. Okay, lastly, we have less than a minute. A daring documentary called The Skywalkers. What's this one about?
Yeah, so this is about a Bonnie and Clyde couple. And Bonnie and Clyde couple in the sense that they're romantic, they're also criminals. Because they keep scaling skyscrapers, the spires stairs of skyscrapers, the cranes of skyscrapers, all for the gram, okay? These are so they can take the perfect selfies of sunset and stuff. And so, you know, this movie is specifically about how they scaled the second tallest skyscraper and did a Dirty Dancing like swan lift. Now, typically, you know,
this is a documentary.
This is a documentary.
This is real.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's, you know, it's got the kind of a heist movie energy, but also romance, but also like reality TV because we're watching social media influencers pose their lives, right?
Who's it for?
Look, if you like, think of this movie as Man on Wire meets Love is Blind, okay? Is that the Love? No, that's not the Love is Blind I meant. I meant the reality TV show Love is Blind.
I was like, what is this? And the tagline is...
So think of it as a serious doc and then reality TV
Did you
Love
see
is
the
Blind.
tagline? Love is blind. We all have blind spots. I need to research that one.
At those heights, you have blind spots.
What movie was that, Rad? Anyway, Rad, thank you.
Thanks
have a great weekend.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.